Welcome back to our channel, World of Coins. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them because it could make you a millionaire overnight. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we have an incredibly exciting topic for you, the United States $quarter from 1974. This coin, often overshadowed by other rarities in American numismatics, holds a fascinating story behind it, and it could be worth far more than you might think. Stick with us as we dive into the history, design, and remarkable appeal of this quarter, and towards the end, we'll reveal the staggering value it could fetch today. Trust us, you'll want to hear it. The year 1974 was a significant one in American history. The country was going through some monumental changes. President Richard Nixon was in office, and although the Vietnam War was winding down, the effects of the conflict still rippled through American society. It was also a year marked by economic challenges, such as rising inflation and the energy crisis. Yet, amid all this, the United States Mint was still going about its regular production of coins, including the beloved $quarter. When you think about the $quarter, you probably envision the classic Washington design, a representation of the first president of the United States. Washington had been the figurehead on the coin since 1932, and in 1974, his image continued to grace the obverse side of the quarter. But, like many coins from this era, the 1974 quarter stands out for reasons beyond just its design. In terms of its design, the obverse features the left-facing profile of George Washington. His portrait is encircled by the words "Liberty" and the year of minting, which in this case is 1974. Above Washington's head is the word "In God We Trust," a phrase that has been included on U.S. coinage since 1864. Washington's face, carefully rendered, was designed by John Flanagan, and it remains one of the most iconic images on American coins. The reverse of the coin is just as meaningful. It depicts a majestic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch in its other talon. The eagle represents strength, freedom, and independence, values central to the American identity. Beneath the eagle's wings are the words "E pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many, one," symbolizing the unity of the diverse states that make up the United States. But what really makes the 1974 quarter stand out, especially for collectors, is its unique history and rarity in certain conditions. While the quarter was minted in large quantities, over 1 billion pieces were produced that year. Finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is quite rare. Most 1974 quarters were circulated heavily, resulting in wear and tear that diminishes their value. However, when you find one in excellent condition, it becomes a true gem in the numismatic world. The U.S. Mint struck the 1974 quarters in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, it's the Philadelphia Mint's regular strike that is the most common, while coins from Denver and San Francisco are a bit rarer. But what makes this coin even more intriguing is the possibility of special error coins or variants from that year. While most of the 1974 quarters were standard issue, some experienced minting errors, such as double dies or missing elements, which can greatly increase their value among collectors. Collectors have a particular fascination with error coins, as they are often one-of-a-kind pieces. These quirks can occur at any stage of the minting process, making certain examples of the 1974 quarter highly sought after. Errors can be subtle or dramatic, but no matter the type, a minting mistake often makes a coin far more valuable than its counterparts. However, even beyond the rarities, there's something about the 1974 quarter that has caught the attention of collectors over the years. It is considered a transitional coin, a symbol of an era on the cusp of change. 1974 marked a time when coinage, particularly quarters, was going through the final stages of traditional metal compositions before the adoption of clad coins, which featured a copper-nickel blend. The 1974 quarter, made primarily of 90% silver, still holds a significant place in the hearts of collectors who admire its historical significance. One of the things that makes this coin truly stand out in today's market is the way its condition directly impacts its value. Like many coins, the better the condition, the higher the price. And finding a 1974 quarter in gem condition is an exciting prospect for collectors, especially those focused on U.S. silver coins. As these pieces age, they often take on a certain patina that makes them even more attractive to buyers. In fact, when you get your hands on a quarter from 1974 that has been preserved carefully, you'll notice the high relief of Washington's portrait and the crispness of the eagle's details on the reverse. These features, unblemished by circulation, give the coin an almost timeless feel, a direct link to the past. It's not just a piece of history, it's a tangible connection to a pivotal time in American life. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the value of the 1974 quarter today. You might be surprised to learn that if you have an uncirculated or error coin in your possession, it could be worth a staggering $57,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 1974 quarter could potentially fetch this impressive amount, depending on its condition and whether it contains any rare errors. Imagine stumbling upon one of these quarters in your collection, or while coin hunting, you could be holding on to something worth far more than its face value. As always, the value of coins can fluctuate depending on the market, but finding one of these in top-notch condition is a true treasure for any collector. So, next time you're going through your change jar or sifting through a batch of quarters, keep an eye out for that special 1974 gem. If it's in mint condition or features a rare error, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and if you're excited to learn more about rare coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. Keep collecting, and who knows, your next find could be worth thousands. Top 2, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most intriguing coins in U.S. numismatics, the 1985 quarter dollar. This seemingly humble coin has a rich history, remarkable design, and a surprising story that many collectors are eager to uncover. Stick around as we explore the history, design features, and rare qualities of this 1985 quarter, and we'll also reveal just how much it could be worth today. Spoiler alert, it's more than you might think. Let's start with a bit of history. The year 1985 was an interesting time in American history. The country was in the middle of a period of economic recovery after a series of financial recessions in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Ronald Reagan had just begun his second term as president, and the nation was undergoing significant political and economic changes. Amidst this backdrop, the U.S. Mint was churning out its usual supply of coins, including the quarter dollar. Now, let's talk about the design of this coin. The 1985 quarter dollar is part of the standard series that features the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design, which was first introduced in 1932, has become one of the most iconic representations of Washington and remains largely unchanged even to this day. The obverse side of the coin, which shows Washington's profile, is an enduring image that symbolizes the unity and strength of the United States. The original design by artist John Flanagan captures Washington in fine detail, with the words "Liberty" above his head and the year of minting, 1985, just beneath. You'll also see the phrase, "In God We Trust," which has appeared on American coinage since 1864. On the reverse side of the coin, there's an image of the American bald eagle. This eagle, perched on a bundle of arrows with an olive branch in its other talon, has been a symbol of American strength and independence for centuries. The reverse design, created by sculptor Herman A. McNeil, has been a feature on the quarter since 1932 and continues to serve as a powerful reminder of the nation's values. Beneath the eagle are the words "E pluribus unum," meaning, out of many, one, which signifies the unity of the states. As you can see, the 1985 quarter dollar is steeped in symbolism and history. But what really makes this coin stand out among other quarters from its time is its rarity and the specific conditions that can make it a valuable collector's item. While quarters from 1985 were produced in massive quantities, with well over 1 billion minted across 3 different minting locations, the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, most of these coins were circulated and saw regular use in daily transactions. As a result, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is not as common as you might think. The value of a 1985 quarter dollar really depends on its condition. Coins that have been stored carefully and kept in uncirculated or gem condition can be worth significantly more than those that have been heavily circulated. Coins that show little to no signs of wear, with sharp details and minimal tarnishing, are highly sought after by collectors. One of the key factors that determine the value of a coin like the 1985 quarter is its grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is. Professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, assess coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. If you happen to have a 1985 quarter in near-perfect condition, it could be worth much more than its face value, but it doesn't stop there. Certain types of 1985 quarters are rarer than others due to specific minting errors or design anomalies. These errors could include things like double strikes, missing elements, or over-polished dies. Error coins are highly prized among collectors because they are unique, often one-of-a-kind pieces. If you have a 1985 quarter with an error, you could be holding on to something far more valuable than the standard issue. Now, let's take a look at how the minting process for this particular coin worked. As mentioned earlier, the 1985 quarter was struck in 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins produced in Philadelphia were the regular business strikes, while the Denver Mint produced a separate batch. The San Francisco Mint, known for producing proof coins, also struck special proof versions of the 1985 quarter, which were sold in proof sets. The difference between regular coins and proof coins is in their finish. Proof coins are made using specially polished dies and are struck multiple times to create a shiny, mirror-like finish. Because of their high quality, proof coins are typically more expensive than their business strike counterparts. So, if you happen to have a proof version of the 1985 quarter, it could be worth more due to its superior finish and limited mintage. For collectors, the 1985 quarter is more than just a coin from a specific year, it represents a tangible connection to an era in U.S. history. During the mid-1980s, the United States was experiencing significant changes, both politically and economically, and this coin serves as a small but significant part of that story. What makes this particular coin even more intriguing for collectors is that, while it's not among the rarest quarters ever minted, its availability in pristine condition is relatively low. With so many quarters from 1985 having been heavily circulated, finding one that has been kept in excellent condition is a rare feat. Coins that have been carefully stored in protective holders, away from wear and tear, are far less common than those that were used in daily commerce. So, what's the big reveal? How much is the 1985 quarter dollar worth today? If you're lucky enough to have a quarter from that year in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, it could fetch an impressive price, up to $47,000. That's right, a 1985 quarter dollar could be worth this extraordinary amount if it meets certain criteria. Imagine finding such a coin in your collection or even in your change. A simple quarter from 1985 could turn out to be far more valuable than you ever expected. So, if you're someone who collects coins, or if you've got a few quarters from that year lying around, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. You might just have a treasure on your hands. Top 3, we have a fascinating story to tell about a seemingly ordinary coin that hides an extraordinary secret. We're talking about the United States quarter dollar from 1979. At first glance, this coin might appear like any other, but if you dig a little deeper, you'll discover that it holds a remarkable place in American numismatic history. Stick around as we explore the historical context, the design features, minting details, and, of course, its impressive value today. Trust me, this is a story you don't want to miss. Let's step back to 1979, a year that was pivotal in both American and world history. The United States was experiencing a period of economic instability. The country was recovering from the 1970s energy crisis, inflation was at an all-time high, and there were tensions surrounding global events. On the domestic front, President Jimmy Carter was in office, trying to steer the nation through these turbulent times. It was against this backdrop that the U.S. Mint continued its mission to produce coins for the American public, and one of those coins was the 1979 quarter dollar. Now, you may wonder why this particular quarter from 1979 holds such a special place among collectors. The answer lies not just in the historical significance of the year, but in the design and minting processes that set this coin apart from others. This quarter is part of the standard series that features the image of George Washington, and it was minted in large quantities to meet the demands of everyday commerce. However, as we'll soon discover, certain variations of this coin have made it a highly sought-after piece for numismatists. The design of the 1979 quarter dollar was largely unchanged from previous years. On the obverse, we see the classic profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's face is shown in left profile, with his distinctive hair and strong features. Above his head is the word Liberty, while beneath his neck is the year of mintage, 1979. The inscription, "In God We Trust," is also featured, a phrase that has appeared on U.S. coinage since 1864. This design, introduced in 1932, has become one of the most enduring and iconic images on American coinage. Flipping the coin over, we find the reverse side, which features the majestic bald eagle, a symbol of strength, freedom, and patriotism in the United States. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch in its other talon, signifying both peace and defense. Beneath the eagle, the words "E pluribus unum" are inscribed, which translates to "out of many, one," representing the unity of the states. The reverse design was created by Herman A. McNeil and has been a mainstay on the quarter since 1932. While the design of the 1979 quarter dollar may not differ much from previous years, the real story behind this coin lies in the details, specifically, the production process and its impact on the coin's rarity and collector value. The U.S. Mint produced these quarters in large quantities, with billions of coins struck in 1979 across three major facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of the 1979 quarters were minted for regular circulation, and these coins saw heavy use in everyday transactions. As a result, many of them became worn over time, making those in mint or uncirculated condition much more valuable. However, what really makes the 1979 quarter stand out is the fact that some of the coins were struck with particular minting errors, which have contributed to their rarity and collector appeal. Minting errors can occur during the production process for a variety of reasons, such as misalignments in the die or issues with the metal blanks. These errors can result in coins with distinctive characteristics, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or even missing elements. The most famous of these errors in the 1979 quarter dollar series is the double die variety. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice, but the second strike is slightly misaligned, resulting in a doubling effect on certain parts of the design. In the case of the 1979 quarter, this error is most noticeable on the word Liberty and the date 1979 on the obverse. Coins with this error are highly sought after by collectors because they are rare and visually distinctive. If you happen to find a 1979 quarter with a double die, you could be holding on to a valuable piece of American numismatic history. The 1979 quarter dollar was also produced as part of the regular coinage series, meaning that no special commemorative versions or proof coins were minted that year. However, certain special editions of the quarter were struck as part of proof sets, which are higher quality coins produced specifically for collectors. These proof coins were made using polished dies and a special minting process, resulting in a mirror-like finish. While the proof versions of the 1979 quarter are not necessarily as rare as error coins, they are still highly collectible due to their superior quality and finish. When it comes to collecting 1979 quarters, the value of a coin can vary significantly depending on its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. Coins that are in uncirculated condition or have been graded highly by professional coin grading services like the PCGS or NGC are worth much more than those that have been heavily circulated. The grading process involves evaluating the coin's appearance, including its sharpness of detail, luster, and overall condition. Coins that score higher on the grading scale are considered more valuable, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples. So, what is the value of the 1979 quarter dollar today? If you have one in pristine condition or, even better, one that features a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth a remarkable $51,000. That's right, a single 1979 quarter dollar could be worth this incredible amount if it meets certain criteria, particularly if it has a doubling error or is in exceptional uncirculated condition. It's amazing to think that a simple quarter, which was once used in everyday transactions, can now fetch such a staggering price in today's market. If you happen to have a 1979 quarter sitting in your collection or stashed away somewhere, it's worth checking to see if it has any of these special qualities. You might be sitting on a small fortune. Top 4, we're diving into a fascinating topic that's sure to pique the interest of collectors and history buffs alike. We're going to explore the 1987 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, this coin might seem unremarkable, but when you take a closer look, it reveals a story of historical significance, design beauty, and a surprising collector appeal. Stay tuned as we unravel the rich details of this iconic coin and uncover its value today. Trust me, the ending will leave you speechless. Let's set the stage by traveling back to 1987. The United States was going through a period of significant change and transition. On the political front, President Ronald Reagan was in the midst of his second term in office, a time marked by optimism after the country had weathered economic recessions and foreign policy challenges in the early 1980s. The economy was beginning to recover, and the American people were feeling the effects of a stronger dollar and a growing job market. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing the nation's currency, including the quarter dollar, which had become one of the most familiar coins in American pockets. The 1987 quarter dollar was part of the standard circulating series, but it was also produced during a time of increased attention to coin designs, as well as some changes in the minting process. Little did anyone know that this seemingly ordinary coin would become a prized piece for collectors in the years to come. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1987 quarter dollar. Like the quarters that came before it, the design prominently features the image of George Washington. This iconic portrayal of the first president of the United States was first introduced in 1932, and it has since become one of the most recognized images on U.S. coinage. The artist behind this image was John Flanagan, and it has remained largely unchanged for decades. On the obverse of the 1987 quarter, you'll find Washington's profile, facing left. Above his head, the word "Liberty" is inscribed, while beneath his neck is the year of mintage, 1987. You'll also see the phrase, "In God We Trust," which has appeared on American coins since 1864. Washington's detailed image captures the dignity and leadership that defined his presidency, making this coin an enduring tribute to one of the most important figures in American history. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the reverse design, which features the American bald eagle. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch in its other talon. This symbolic representation of peace and strength has been a central theme on U.S. coins since the country's early days. The eagle's powerful stance captures the essence of the American spirit, and beneath it, the words "E pluribus unum" are engraved, meaning, out of many, one. This phrase reflects the unity of the United States, a theme that continues to resonate with the American public. But despite these familiar elements, the 1987 quarter dollar is more than just a beautiful tribute to Washington and American values. The coin's story becomes even more intriguing when we consider the minting process and its rarity. While millions of 1987 quarters were produced across the country, many of them were used in everyday transactions and experienced the wear and tear that comes with regular circulation. Coins that have been heavily circulated often show signs of damage, wear, and fading, making them less valuable in the eyes of collectors. What makes the 1987 quarter dollar stand out is the relatively low number of coins that were preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition. These uncirculated coins were carefully stored away from the wear and tear of daily life. Over time, these well-preserved coins have become increasingly rare, making them a prized possession for numismatists and collectors alike. Of course, a coin's value is largely determined by its condition. The grading process is crucial when it comes to determining how much a coin is worth. Coins are typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect, flawless coin. Coins that are graded higher tend to fetch higher prices because they represent the best examples of the coin's design and minting. A 1987 quarter dollar in mint or gem condition could be worth much more than a standard, worn example. One of the key factors that can increase the value of a 1987 quarter is the presence of minting errors. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for errors, as they make a coin unique and can add substantial value. Minting errors can occur when the coin is struck incorrectly, resulting in design flaws, misalignments, or even double strikes. These errors are rare, but when they do occur, they can lead to coins that are far more valuable than their standard counterparts. For the 1987 quarter dollar, one of the most notable errors is the double die variety. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice, but the second strike is slightly misaligned, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. Double die errors are among the most sought-after mistakes in numismatics, and if you happen to own a 1987 quarter with this type of error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Another feature that could increase the coin's value is the mint mark. The 1987 quarter was minted at 3 different facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark, the Denver Mint, which used the letter D as a mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, which produced proof coins with the letter S mint mark. Depending on the mint where the coin was produced and the quality of the strike, some versions of the 1987 quarter are more rare than others. Proof versions of the 1987 quarter were struck specifically for collectors and were produced using specially polished dies to create a mirror-like finish. These proof coins are often sold as part of proof sets and are typically more expensive than regular circulating coins. If you happen to find a 1987 quarter that was produced as a proof coin, it could hold a higher value due to its superior quality in limited mintage. So, what is the value of the 1987 quarter dollar today? If you've got a 1987 quarter in uncirculated condition, or one that features a minting error like a double die, you could be looking at a value of up to $46,000. Yes, that's right, $46,000 for a single coin. It's incredible to think that a coin, which was once used as everyday currency, could be worth such a large sum. If you happen to have a 1987 quarter stashed away in your collection or even buried in your spare change, it might just be worth taking a closer look. You could be holding on to a valuable piece of American history without even realizing it. Top 5, and last rare quarter coin. We're going to explore the fascinating world of U.S. coinage and take a closer look at the 1990 quarter dollar. While this coin may seem like just another in the vast series of American quarters, there's more to it than meets the eye. From its historical significance to the intricate design elements, and from its minting details to the rare conditions that make it valuable, we'll uncover why this particular quarter has caught the attention of collectors worldwide. And by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this unassuming coin could be worth today. To start, let's set the scene in 1990. The United States, during this time, was enjoying a period of relative stability and growth. President George H.W. Bush had just entered office after a successful campaign, and the country was in the midst of the longest peacetime economic expansion in its history. However, this period of prosperity was also marked by significant geopolitical events, such as the Gulf War, which captured the world's attention and dominated the media. While the country was focused on these global matters, the U.S. Mint was busily producing coinage for everyday use. The 1990 quarter dollar was a part of the standard series of U.S. coins. These coins were designed for widespread circulation and were meant to serve as a daily transaction tool for the American people. Yet, as we'll soon discover, certain versions of the 1990 quarter dollar are not as common as one might think, and it's these rarer variants that have become the focus of collectors and investors alike. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1990 quarter dollar. The design was part of the long-running series that featured George Washington's image, a design that first appeared on the quarter in 1932 and has remained virtually unchanged ever since. The obverse side of the coin shows a left-facing profile of the first president of the United States. Above his head, the word "Liberty" is inscribed, and beneath the bust, we find the year of mintage, 1990. The phrase, "In God We Trust," is also featured on the obverse, which is a hallmark of American coinage. this classic portrayal of George Washington is instantly recognizable and evokes a sense of reverence for the nation's first president. The artist behind this iconic design was John Flanagan, whose work has left a lasting legacy on U.S. coinage. The depth and detail of Washington's profile were carefully crafted, and the face remains one of the most enduring and respected images in American numismatic history. Turning the coin over, we find the reverse side, which features the bald eagle, another well-known symbol of American strength and freedom. The eagle is depicted perched on a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch in its other talon. This juxtaposition of the arrows and the olive branch symbolizes the nation's ability to defend itself while also seeking peace. The words "e pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," are inscribed beneath the eagle, representing the unity of the states in the Union. The reverse design, created by Herman McNeil in 1932, has remained unchanged for decades. It is a powerful symbol of the ideals that form the foundation of the United States, and it continues to inspire pride in the country's history and future. Together, the obverse and reverse of the 1990 quarter dollar represent a perfect blend of historical reverence and national symbolism, but the story of the 1990 quarter dollar doesn't end with its design. The minting details of this coin are equally important, and they are part of what makes the 1990 quarter so unique in the world of numismatics. In 1990, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters, which were distributed into circulation to meet the needs of everyday commerce. However, not all of these coins are created equal. The quality of the strike, the condition of the coin, and the presence of any minting errors all play a role in determining the coin's value in the collector's market. When it comes to coins like the 1990 quarter, the most significant factor in determining value is condition. A quarter that has been heavily circulated will show signs of wear, such as scratches, dullness, and fading. Coins like these, while still valuable in terms of their face value, don't hold much appeal for collectors. But when a 1990 quarter is found in uncirculated condition, it becomes a different story altogether. Uncirculated coins, by definition, have not been used in everyday transactions. They may have been stored carefully in a collection or kept in pristine conditions since the moment they were struck. These coins retain much of their original shine, luster, and sharp detail. When it comes to the 1990 quarter, a coin in mint or gem uncirculated condition can be a real treasure for collectors, as it's significantly rarer than the average circulated coin. However, the condition of a coin isn't the only thing that can affect its value. Minting errors, though uncommon, are another factor that can make a 1990 quarter especially desirable. Errors in coin production can occur for various reasons, such as misaligned dies, double strikes, or incorrect metal mixtures. Coins with such errors are considered varieties, and can often fetch significantly higher prices due to their rarity and uniqueness. In particular, a 1990 quarter that has been struck with a double die error is highly sought after. This type of error occurs when a coin is struck more than once, resulting in a doubling effect on certain parts of the design. For collectors, these errors are a prized find, as they make a coin stand out from the rest and add an extra layer of intrigue to its story. If you happen to find a 1990 quarter with this error, you could be holding on to something truly special. The 1990 quarter dollar was minted at 3 different U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint bear no mint mark, while those minted in Denver are marked with a D, and those from San Francisco feature the S mint mark. While the Philadelphia and Denver versions are the most common, the San Francisco mint marks, particularly those struck as proof coins, can be rarer and more valuable. Proof coins are specially made for collectors and are struck using polished dies and a slower minting process, resulting in a mirror-like finish that distinguishes them from regular circulating coins. These coins were not intended for general circulation but were instead sold in sets to numismatic enthusiasts. The 1990 quarter produced in proof condition is highly sought after and can carry a premium price due to its superior quality and limited mintage. So, what's the big reveal? How much is a 1990 quarter worth today? If you happen to have a 1990 quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition or one that features a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a valuable coin. Some 1990 quarters have sold for as much as $40,000. Yes, that's right, $40,000 for a single coin, a staggering amount considering its modest face value of just 25 cents. To think that such a simple coin, once used for everyday purchases, can now command such a high price is a testament to the world of numismatics and the incredible value that rare and well-preserved coins can have. If you've got any old quarters or if you come across one of these 1990 quarters, it's worth checking its condition and looking for any unique features. You never know what kind of treasure might be hiding in your pocket. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the history and value of the 1990 quarter dollar. We hope this video has shed some light on why this seemingly ordinary coin is a true gem in the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more exciting discoveries in the world of rare coins. Until next time, happy collecting.